A very, very warm welcome and a very, very good evening to everyone tuning in. Welcome to Hedge Racing, Season 3, Race 4. We are here in the circuit Zandvoort in Holland. We've been to Austria, we've been to Brazil, we've been to Singapore, and Race 4 of 14 is going to take us to this brand new circuit, a circuit that wasn't used. Oh, wow. Is that rain on the screen of Jay Smith? It is rain. Oh my God, get them laps in quick, boys. I was told it's a dry race. But rain at the end of qualifying. We've already started qualifying and the rain is starting already, so people need to get out now and get them fast laps in. 17 drivers for tonight. J. Lawler and Franco Pompi are due to join in qualifying but will not be able to set a fast lap. As you can see, everyone bar Bex Pro and AFL are out of the pits getting these laps in quick because the rain is on its way. The first time we've seen rain in Hedge Racing so far this season. It's a dry race apparently, but a bit of rain in qualifying, which should really spice things up. People are going to get them laps in quickly because the rain is already coming down. On board with the McLaren. Jay Smithy, an update on some drivers for you. You may see Snipe Boy in the Racing Point. He's actually a new driver. He's replaced Jacko. So he's a permanent driver in Sniper Boy. Now Jacko now down to reserve. And also Mazzles in the Ferrari, he's replaced Piero, he's also a driver now, so all these drivers are actually playing for drivers' points and constructors' points as the rain is starting to drop on this this brand new circuit. Let's see what happens. I'll go through the standings and everything with you in a second. Just going to check the Discord and make sure that everything's running okay. Right, the times are flying in as the rain comes down. The soft times seem to be in now. It's going to get harder and harder because the rain's sticking. So it's going to be a really interesting qualifying. Let's have a quick run through the Drivers' Championship for you. There's a spin-off at the back. Is that Viper's Ken? It's not. It must be his teammate Jay Wills. It is. Mr. Jay Wills, I think it was. Anyways, another's a McLaren also gone. That must be Lewis Wyatt. The rain already starting to play tricks in Zandvoort. See, it's already sticking because of the wet line on the track. Alfie goes pole for now, and the gaps are already increasing out. Look at that, 3 seconds separating Alfie and Mazzles. And this rain's already playing part. This could be anyone's qualifying now, couldn't it? Let's have a quick run through the Drivers' Championship for you. Of course, we've had 3 races so far and 3 completely different race winners. Brewer winning in Brazil, J. Lawler winning in Austria, Vipers Ken taking the crown in Singapore. Can we have a 4th race winner in 4 races in Zandvoort? We will see. Vipers Ken top, 57 points. J. Lawler right behind him on 56, 1 point separating them two. But of course, J. Lawler starting at the back tonight. Vipers Ken only 6th in qualifying at the moment. That could be interesting. Brewer 3rd on 45 points. He's only 12 points behind, so 12 points separating the 3 race winners so far. 2 podiums in 3 for Brewer. Imagine if Brewer would have got points in Austria, by the way. That could have put him right up there. Hobbsy on 30 points, a nightmare for Hobbsy. He got pole last week, but ended in Singapore with nothing after spinning on the safety car restart, of course. Stephen in 5th on 21, Alfie in 6th. J. Wills, Whitey, Fabi and Ryan Mills complete on top. And there's J. Mills into a wall. Oh dear, the man who's got a podium in the first race. Not the quick. To be fair, he's 3rd at the moment. That could be qualifying over J. Wills. Only Alfie and Hobbsy quick at the moment. Everyone else on a fast lap. Not really. The rain's playing its part, isn't it? That is for sure. But at the moment, I mean, the good thing for Alfie is he's managed to grab pole, and with it raining, he could keep pole. Could it be a first pole point of the season for Alfie and Hobbsy on the front row? Gilles, to be fair, Spam, but at the moment he's on the second row. It's not bad, is it, him and Brewer? Fabi Vipers, Mills, Stephen, Cam and Smithy in the top. Then by Mazzles and Lewis White behind. Now, J. Lawler obviously can't settle up. Bex Pro, AFL and Freefall are yet to settle up. Is Freefall out, by the way? AFL has had 3 P8s in a row. P8 in all 3 races so far. He's bringing on the points. It's going to be 4 P8s in a row tonight for Freefall. We will see Alfie still pole. Is Freefall going to be able to settle up that rain? He's starting to come down. It's going to be the end of the quality, really, isn't it? Because you're not going to improve your time. But what can Freefall do as the rain is playing? I mean, it's a cruel qualifying, but for someone like Alfie, it's a case of getting the opportunity, getting your lap in now, and that lap is very unlikely to meet. You can see there's nearly 9/10, nearly a second to be fair, that Alfie's ahead of Hobbsy. It's a comfortable qualifying for Alfie, no one's even near him. And it could be an Alfa Romeo on pole. Seeing Alfa Romeo win the race for a Brewer, could his teammate be on pole? We'll go through the other things in a moment, but let's on Bobby Freefall. Can he get a lap time? I mean, he's already struggling. He's looking to be absolutely nowhere near the front, the Scotsman. He's wanting to get a first podium, he said tonight, but could this rain play a part to that? Freefall is just a case of getting a lap time, isn't it? And Freefall, quite off the pace, can only go 14th fastest, only Lewis Wyatt slower. Freefall, right towards the back, comes off the track. AFL, yet to set a lap time, 3P8 to know, as I mentioned, for AFL. He's the only driver, other than Bex Pro, because Jake Lawler can't set a lap time, that's not set a lap time. To be fair, what a turnout tonight. Again, 18 of that. We had 20 in the first race, 20 in the second, 18 last week, and at the very least tonight, another 18 again. Superb turnout for Hedge Racing Season 3. AFL, he's going to struggle, isn't he? And it looks like, to be fair, if this rain is here to stay for the last 10 minutes of qualifying, Alfie could have the easiest pole of the season. 2 points, of course, for that. Obviously, he'll get a point as well. It could be the easiest pole Alfie will ever get. AFL struggling big time. J Lawler's retired, obviously, in the pits. Is starting right in the back for J Lawler. Could be one to watch tonight, couldn't it? As he looks to retain his crown for 3 season run. AFL sets a sign, but it only puts him ahead of Jake. He's in 16th. Bexbo's setting a lap time, but it's going to be too late because the rain's coming down, and Alfie's pole looks pretty much set in stone because he ain't going to get beaten. Look at that. Wait, I suppose he got closer. Yeah, unless I've been fake. For some reason I thought it was a second up. A bit stupid there from me. It's not a second at all. It's actually only where are we? It's only actually 2 tenths, but it's more than enough. And as it stands, Alpha getting 2 points, Hobbs are getting 1. J Lawler and Brewer missing out on that top 2 by the skin of their teeth. Fabi Vipers, Mills, Stephen, Cameron Smithy in the top 10. Disappointment for the likes of Freefall, etc. J Lawler missing qualifying. Of course, if you join qualifying late, the rules are you can't set a lap time. So the man who's won back-to-back championships and Edge Racing, a point behind Vipers Ken, will be starting right at the back, but do not rule just to Jake Lawler out. Can Bex Pro do something? I mean, probably not, because this rain's coming down quite a lot now, and Bex Pro's have to do something fantastic now to get a decent lap time anywhere near the front. We'll keep both of them. I'll run through some things here. Run through the driver championship. Have a quick look at the Constructors' Championship, shall we? Renault top on 74, J-Rolls and Vipers Ken doing their business. Alfa Romeo second on 65, that'll get boosted with the fact that Alfie's first and Brewer's fourth. A good night so far for Alfa Romeo. Williams down in third, Mills and J Lawler on 60 points, only 5 points behind Alfa. It's getting closer top between them three. The gap after Williams, by the way, is Racing Point down on 30, so the top 3 of the constructors are already pulling away from the rest of them. Haas on 28 in 5th, Red Bull on 23 in 6th. Alpha Tauri on 13, Ferrari on 12, Mercedes down in 9th on 3 points. Freefall, hopefully, someone's come off there, it's a McLaren of Smithy. Hopefully Freefall can get points tonight. His teammate Rathbone not available, so Mercedes is going to be struggling again, you feel. And the only team yet to score a single point this season in the championship so far is the McLarens of Jay Smithy and Lewis Wyatt. Smithy down in 10th, Lewis down in 15th. Can McLaren get on the board tonight and end that streak of being the only team yet to set a point in the Constructors' Championship? We all see. Of course, last week it was a Vipers, Ken, Brewer and Stephen top 3. Where will Bex Pro go? You can see the rain's coming down heavy, and Bex Pro's literally going to move above Jake, and that is it. So Bex Pro down in 17th. The rain coming down, and Bex Pro's best time is a 1:15.8, which is what? 5-6 seconds slower than Alfie. And that's what you get for coming out the pits late. It's going to cost you. And Alfie's podium, like I say now, looks pretty much set in stone. No, it's practically now impossible for Alfie's time to beat. And it's the easiest podium he's ever going to see. J-Rolls becomes the first car to retire the pits. I don't think it's going to be the last car either. People are trying to beat it, but they don't want to beat it, are they? Because the rain's going down heavy. Alfie will be absolutely buzzing. What an easy podium for Mr. Alfie. Last week, Frickers in Singapore, of course. Vipers, Brewer and Steven on the top 3. Alfie, J. Lawler coming very, very close. They completed the top 5. It was a superb race in Singapore. Lewis Wyatt is all over the gaff, isn't he? At the back, and a bit of information on Zandvoort. It's a 15-turn circuit here. Obviously covered, surrounded by sand dunes, of course. Alfie says traction control off, paid off. There you go. A first ever pole in Edge Racing, I believe, for Alfie. 2 points, of course, for that. Hobbsy with the 1 point. Yeah. Zandvoort, a 15-turn circuit. You may remember, actually, in Edge Racing Season 2, we did every single track. We'd actually do Zandvoort twice because of an incident in this spot now where Bex Pro is, where there was a bit of a safety car glitch. We did the race twice in 2 weeks. They were both superb races. And the winners last year, I mean, I did find them somewhere. Did I not screenshot the winners? Oh, I did actually. Hobbsy, Jacko, Vipers, Kent were the top 3 in Zandvoort Part 1. And in part 2, it was Jay Lawler, Hobbsy and Vipers Ken. So you may notice something there. Jay Lawler and... Sorry, Hobbsy and Vipers Ken both on the podium in both of them races. Can that happen again tonight? Is anybody out? Probably not. Only Lewis White's out. And the rain is give Alfie the easiest podium you'll ever see. Well, there you go. I don't think I'll be sat here with 6 minutes of qualifying to go, knowing who's on pole. But I do. And there you have it. Let's have a look. I think in the chat it's about everyone retiring in the pits now, because if the rain's here to stay, which looks like it is, there is genuinely no point in staying out. You're not going to improve. It looks like Wills, Brewer, Mills and Freefall, a couple of us also doing that as well. It's like qualifying could be coming to an abrupt end. Wouldn't recommend that normally, but with the rain coming down there's literally no point. So congratulations to Alfie and Hobbsy on the front row. Alfie, the first pole of the season. Can he be the fourth man to win the race this season? Brewers won a race, Shakes won a race, Vipers won a race, 3 different race winners in 3 different races. Can Alfie make it 4 out of 4 tonight? We will see. Obviously started pole last week but didn't get points. He needs to win that tonight. Obviously he's already losing ground on the men in front of him. Can he gain it tonight? We will see. So Alfie gets the 2 points, Hobbsy gets the 1. Likes of Wills, Brewer, Favi, Vipers, etc. not too far down, but just very quickly. I mean, what is Lewis White doing? That's on McLaren on no points, isn't it? Right, very, very quickly. Alfie and Hobbs, just fill them in now, so they're done. Thank you for Hobbsy, by the way, because he sent me a very, very good graph of Alfie out on the inters. Interesting, the only driver that's left, everyone else has retired. Never thought I'd see that with 4 minutes qualifying to go. Thank you to Hobbsy, because he sent me a very, very good graph earlier of everyone's sort of like, it's like a tally of everyone's results for 5 seasons. We can go through very quick, because Vipers Ken, top of the standings, he's had a 4th, a 2nd and a 1st. Jay Lawler second has had a 3rd, a 1st and a 5th. Brewers had a 1st, a DNF and a 2nd. So a 1st and a 2nd, that DNF in Austria was obviously that collision with Jacko and Jay Wills. If he didn't get a DNF there, would Brewer have been top of the standings? Maybe so, when he's up to 4th. They're both Alfa Romeo's 4th in the top 4 in the standings. So in the qualifying so far. So a good chance tonight for Alfa Romeo to gain ground. Hobbsy is 2nd, but then a 5th and 11th then for Hobbsy, not the greatest. Even 7th, DNF and 3rd. Alfie 6th, 12th and 4th, but on pole tonight, of course. And then Jay Wolf to complete the top 7, 11th, 3rd, and he did not start. Mr. Jay Wolf, he wasn't here last week. But he's here tonight, and he's in P3. So Renault and... oh dear. Alfie's the only man left. Into the pits, didn't improve. That is qualifying over. Congratulations to Alfie and Hobbsy on the top 2 in qualifying. I mean, surely we can't have in 4 races, but if Alfie or Hobbsy win, we will have that. The top 2 tonight, in fact, the top 3. In fact, yeah, the top 3, Alfie, Hobbsy, Mills haven't won a race season yet. If one of them 3 win tonight, or Favi, so if you look at that, 4 of the top 5 haven't won a race yet. If one of them 4 win, we'll have 4 different race winners in 4 races. Brewer down in 4th, Vipers 6th, and of course, Jay Lawler will start at the back in 18th. I think it's a dry race, but we're not qualifying. But I mean, the easiest pole Alfie will ever get in his life. But it is the Alfa Romeo on pole, obviously second, and a very interesting second row. Wills and Brewer, Vipers and Favi on the 3rd row. So an interesting grid ahead of race 4 of the season here in Zandvoort. Thank you as well to the 8 people that are watching. I don't know who the 8 people are. I know that Amelia's watching. Thank you, Amelia. I know that I think Favi's watching. I think Greg's watching. Alfie, J. Luke as well. So thank you if you are watching for the continued support. 50 subs now. Not bad, is it? Do I get a plaque 50 subs? You should do, shouldn't you? 50 subs for a commentary. Oh, Favi is in the chat. Hello, Favi. Good luck tonight, mate. 50 subs for your boy. Can we get a GG? 50 subs for someone like me. Not bad. Not bad. Next I'll max 100. Edge Racing Season 8 will have 100. Mark my words. um, yeah, Limmy was here last week, but unfortunately couldn't make it. He's got a sore throat, bless him, Limmy. Sore throat. I'm not too sure about that, but 36 laps ahead of us here in Zandvoort this evening. It's a brand new track yet to be used in F1, of course. It was added to the calendar for last year, but of course due to the COVID-19 restrictions, it couldn't be used. Hopefully, I think it's on the calendar this year. I'm pretty sure it is. So we might see a bit of Zandvoort this year. Greg said I wanted an invite. Oh, Greg, I'm so sorry, mate. I didn't even see your message. You could have raced. I massively apologise, mate. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for Cone, where we both smash it in Austria and J-Lo spins out. We will see. No, I do apologise, mate. I didn't see it. Let's look at the tyres for you. The top 12 on the softs. Mazel's on the mediums. Freefall on the hards. The only driver on the hards. It's mediums for AFL and J Lawler and softs for the rest. So, softs for what? How many? 14 of the 18 on softs, 3 on the mediums and Freefall. The Singleton on the hards. On board with Alfie. I'm going to go for... Do I have time for a quick wee? Nah, we'll hold it in. We'll hold it in. In fact, I do really need a wee. Yeah, I'm going for a wee, 1 second. I massively apologise. We had to let the log out, so I missed the race start, and what a race start it was. Your pole sitter Alfie's now down to 18th. Looks like he had no contact, but come off the track. We've got a very early safety car. I'm guessing due to that collision amongst some others. Hobbsy's up to first, Brew up to second, Wills and Fabi in the top 4 as well. But what a nightmare for your pole sitter Alfie. It must be a pole sitter thing, because last week we lost... last week we lost Hobbsy, who got no points from pole. X-Pro's really struggling at the back as well. And now it's Alfie. Alfie, you can't go past him, as frustrating as it is. I don't think you can do that. He may have let him off. I have to mute the mic 1 second. I'll let me pain in the backside dog in, and we'll keep an eye on the pit stops. After a pretty eventful that one, I can't believe I missed that on commentary. I do apologise. That will be any second now. Right, let's get on with some commentary and update ourselves after a pretty eventful opening few laps. I do apologise once again. Let me try and invite Bex Pro back very quick because he's just left the game. Yeah, I went to the toilet, come back just before the start, and then my dog needed to go out. I'm sure he does it on purpose, but it is what it is. I managed to cover it though. It looked like Alfie had spun on his own accord. I don't know what happened. Maybe there was a bit of contact, I don't know. But it looks like Alfie lost his pole position on his own accord, and that was one of the reasons why there was safety car. Of course, there was no DNFs, but a bit of damage. Mills, Alfie, Mazzles, Bex Pro and AFL all pitted. Alfie, the pole sitter, down in 15th on the mediums. Looked like it was going to be a great night for Alfie. It could still be a great night for Alfie, of course, but not the start you wanted. Smithy, Stephen, Lewis Wyatt, Jay Lawler and AFL all got penalties. I think Bex Pro's back in, which is fantastic to hear. Just before the safety car, I don't think he can get control of his car quickly. He's just pitted as well, so he's well in this race, Bex Pro. I don't think he can get back in his car before the safety car comes in. I think it'll come in this lap as Hobbsy leads the Grand Prix. Interesting, the top 11 all staying out on the softs and deciding not to pit. But yeah, I do apologise. I don't know why. I couldn't cover it due to my pain in the backside dog, but I'm not sure what Alfie... I've thought about it, but I'm not sure how Alfie lost it. It was held lights for a little bit, maybe a bit of a lights glitch, but a bit of a shame for Alfie, of course, and a very early safety car here to get us going, which the racing point of Hobbsy will get us back underway. He has Bex Pro back in his car. It looks like he is. Oh, what is going on? Bex Pro. I think they'd say Bex Pro's having a lot of connection issues. But let's get on board with Hobbsy. Hopefully Bex Pro can sort that out. Bless him. Bex Pro done connection issues tomorrow if you want for Cone. It's in, but it's an extremely slow restart. We've seen this before, Hobbsy, haven't we, where he holds them up. And he is gone. Hobbsy's gone. It's a bit of a slow start. Brewer not far in front of Wills. Vipers, Ken and Fabi pretty much wheel to wheel as well. Here comes the McLaren of J. Smith. You're going to be a dive on into zone for Smithy. It will be. And his contact with Vipers Ken. Vipers saves it just, but that invites Whitey for an overtake. Nearly a disaster for Vipers Ken there. And Smithy again, wheel to wheel. It's wheel banging from the Renault of Vipers Ken, our championship leader, and the McLaren of J. Smithy. What they get from in the end, just Hobbsy from Brewer, from Wills, from Fabi, both passes into the top 5. A good start to the Grand Prix from them. Vipers Ken very nearly lost it with Jay Smith towards the back. Jay Lawler down in 12, but hunting that rear end of the racing point. Sniperboy free fall dropped a little bit back. Jay Lawler knows he needs to make some ground here and get towards the front. Sniperboy goes wide, and that gives Jay Lawler a free overtake into 11th for the back-to-back championship winner. This red ping on the top of the Alpha Tower of Cam Alpha, he didn't have any connection. He just can Lewis Wyatt. Get past Cam. He's also got the Jay Lawler's think about, but back towards the front. Jay Wills not too far behind Brewer. Fabi and Whitey not too far behind either. Vipers Ken got past Smithy. He wanted to get past Stephen pretty quickly. Bex Pro also got past Ryan Mills. The Cone Racing boys battling towards the back. The DRS has not been enabled yet, but can Brewer have a look at Hobbsy here? And could Hobbsy lose the lead of the Grand Prix? We will see. Brewer's got fastest lap as well, 1:13.4 behind Hobbsy. Oh, and Brewer a little bit late. That invites Jay Mills, and Fabi not too far behind either. Where's Jay Lawler? He's now 10th past Lewis Wyatt, so he's making moves. Lewis Wyatt, Sideboy, and Lewis Wyatt getting pretty close. Oh, Sideboy's going off the track. Don't come back on. Oh, Sniper Boy. Oh, he's all over the shop, and he's losing a lot of ground. He's lost positions to free fall and to Bex Pro. What a race so far this has turned out to be. Smithy's got in 7th, Jay Lawler's up to 10th, and he's not too far behind the likes of Smithy, behind Cam and behind Stephen. Jay Lawler, what's happening towards the back? There's a bit of a train here from free fall backwards. Look at this. Free fall's got pretty much everyone. Bex Pro's there, Boy's there, Alfie's there, Millsy's there, AFL's there, Mazzle's isn't too far behind now with the Ferrari's right in the back, but they want to change that, won't they? Both on the fresher tyres. Mills lost a bit of ground. It's Alfie having a look on the racing point. Boy here, he may do, he's gone really wide, Boy, and he's lost it. And the racing point's going to drop right to the back. You can see it coming a mile off, to be fair, couldn't you? And the man who took the permanent seat in the racing point, pulling off the pit, he's right at the back. Well, towards the front, there's something going on there, isn't there? There's a Haas and a Renault. It's Fabi had a look on Jay Wills. And they've lost a bit of ground to Hobbsy and Brewer. And Jay Wills has got not one, but 2 Hasses. Look at that one. Yes, has lost it. Fabi on his own accord and got damage. He was in such a good position, Fabi, and that could be a hugely damaging incident. I'm going to say it's a Haas and Renault fight there. Fabi's got wing damage and got the pit, and a nightmare. Fabi Smith's going to look on Fabi. This is dangerous. But I tell you what a move from Mr. J. Smithy. Fabi's got damage, but I tell you what, J. Smithy with a superb move. Yellow flag towards the back. Not sure why, but Fabian's dropped all the way down to 10th after such a good stint. He's got to pick now for some fresh tyres. Jason, if he were a great move there, to be fair to him. That's one to look at. So far, Brewer, Hobbsy, Brewer, Wills, Whitey and Vipers Ken, your top 5. Smithy, J. Lawler, Stephen and Lewis Wyatt all got penalties, but McLaren are both in the top 10. They've not scored points yet, but they're in a good way to sort that out at the moment. Free fall, getting past Favi, who's dropping a lot, isn't he, Fabian? Look at that, he's got a train behind him. In a good position, he might not be in a good position anymore. Towards the front, you've got a Racing Point, Alfa Romeo, and it's it's Renault, Haas and Reynolds. Fabian's dropping a lot, he's now 15th, Fabi. I'm guessing he'll pick this lap. James has lost out a bit, to be fair. Albany and Brewer pulling away. The top, 8 of the top 9 on the old soft yet to pit. Fabi's going to be into the pits now, but probably going to come back right at the back. Snowboy also pitted onto me. What a good start to the race, to be fair. Bravo. Bravo. And there's such a long way to go, but a great start. Race 4, where every point matters at this stage of the championship. It's all wide open in both the Drivers' and Constructors' Championship. And it's going to be interesting, isn't it? And every point does matter. And so far, it's Hobbsy, Brewer and J. Rolls in your top 3. Can Hobbsy get a first race win of the season? He lost out in Singapore last week. Can he make up for that tonight and close the gap on the lads in front of him? We will see. J. Lawler, to be fair. We will see Jay Smithy. There's a bit of bumper cars, but J. Lawler yet to pit in a good position now on the mediums, all the way from last up to 6th. But Smithy could come back. He's not scared, Jay Smithy. But J. Lawler, for now, gets the job done in a good position. J. Lawler's going to go for the longer stints on the mediums, of course, as well. Smithy, a little bit wobbly there, and he could lose out now to Stephen and to even his teammate Lewis Wyatt, maybe. Oh, Smithy's gone. Was it collision with Stephen? Such a good start for Smithy. That could be easy. You have to wait till everyone goes past. Oh, Smithy. What a shame. What a shame. You've got a feel for him now, haven't you? On the softs. He needs to pit now and try and get back into the race. But Smithy, for now anyway, in a bit of trouble. Collision with Stephen there, wasn't it? Excuse me. Smith actually said that. I probably would have pitted if I was Smithy. But who am I to say what to do? Brewer and obviously pulled away a little bit. 1.7 seconds the gap then to J. Rolls, who's not far ahead of Whitey and of Vipers. Ken J. Lawler not too far down on the mediums either. Likes of Smithy, Favi and Sci-Fi had issues which have put them right towards the back. Alfie has had a look on camera, he has, and Alfie into the top. He had a bad start, Alfie, didn't he? But on the mediums, he's slowly starting to rectify. He's up to 9th on the mediums, so he'll get a longer stint than these lads on the softs. Not in a bad position whatsoever, is he? J-Ball's under pressure now from not one, but 2 drivers, including his teammate, the constructor leaders. Wills and Vipers Ken looking good again, both in the top 5, but could J. Wills lose out to the Haas of Whitey here? We will see. DRS enabled, of course. Vipers going to get it on Whitey, isn't he? But the gap looks to be too big for now. Vipers Ken closing down, and he'll want to get that move on Whitey and make some ground as soon as possible, because the gap, look at that, from Brewer to J. Wills is 3 seconds. Hobbsy and Brewer looking comfortable. Brewer's holding off, and now Alfie fastest lap of 1:13 dead. He's making moves, Alfie. There's a change there. Cam struggling, and Bex Pro places himself back into the top 10 on the freshest into mediums. Lap 9 of 36, and a pretty exciting start to this Grand Prix. No safety car, no DNFs yet, but plenty of action for us to look into and for us to unfold. Look at that here now. J. Wills has got Whitey. Look at that. It's a Renault sandwich. Renault, Haas, Renault, and J. Wills has got Whitey and Vipers behind him, but he's not really kept with the 2 up front, has he? Hobbsy and Brewer. J. Lawler, Alfie and Bex Pro on the mediums, both in the top 10. Great start to the Grand Prix, to be fair. Hobbsy leads it as it stands, and he's not pitted yet, but we're going to have 4 different race winners in 4 different races. Can it be Hobbsy's that after a bad week last week? Can he get himself to the top? We will see. Could this be a chance for Whitey to get the move on J. Wills and put himself back into the top 3? We will see. Brewer's not too far down off Hobbsy either. I'm not going to get him here, but he'll get DIC Brewer and close the gap. That is for sure. It could be Whitey's chance to get past J. Wills. Not long he's run down to someone, but J. Wills' battery's gone. Will Whitey go for it? No, he won't. Vipers Kenny's right there as well. Look at this now. Oh, and White loses it a bit, and Vipers Ken's there, and the 3 of them now so close. Wills, Whitey, and Vipers Ken free fall, and Mills looks to both got past Cam. Cam's in the pits, that's why. Wills holds on for now, but he's got not 1, but 2 cars sniffing his rear end. The Renault of J. Wills, both, of course, Renault top of Constructors' Championship. Vipers Ken and Wills looking good at the moment. But White, you want to put a bit of a twist, won't we, to that? And these softs would probably argue a pit stop. So if you look at that, 7 of the top 8 on softs on 9 laps now. Not going to wear too easy, but going to be approaching a pit stop out of their first stop of the race. I'm surprised Smithy didn't stop, to be fair. You got a few on hards now. Freefall, Mills, Mazzles, Cam and Faviol on hard, going for that long stint now. They're trying to make up the ground on the lads who haven't pitted yet. And you look at that 7 of the top 8, other than Jay Lawler on the soft, yet to pit. Smithy also on the soft, yet to pit. I mean, this could be Jay Buzz's problem, because he could finally lose out not to 1 but 2 cars. Whitey will fancy himself here to get into that podium position. There's a yellow flag to the back, looks like a McLaren of Smithy. Let's keep an eye on Whitey. Mills has gone defensive, but Whitey gets the job done. Viper's not too far behind him, but look at that. Whitey into 3rd, Renault 4th and 5th, and Wills now has to look behind his teammate. Could he let his teammate past? Or will he not? I'm not too sure. But Will's lost out to 3rd, and he could lose out to his teammate soon as well. Vipers Ken. For now, the Whitey into the top 3. Hobbsy and Brewer pulling away on them soft. 2.1 seconds the gap from Brewer to Whitey. That's a Ferrari. Mazzle's got past the Ferrari. Mazzle's got past his teammate. Maybe a bit of team orders there. There weren't any team orders in Singapore. There's loads of battles in Singapore, weren't there? But there's been some team orders there. Smithy into the pits for a set of tyres. And Vipers Ken hunting down his teammate Jay Wills. Jay Wills not letting him pass though. The team orders the top of Constructors Championship, but Jay Wills having absolutely none of it, not giving Vipers Ken an easy pass at all, is he? Our driver's leader, 1 point clear of Jay Lawler, who's not too far behind him, Mr. Jay Lawler. But Jay Wills saying, do you know what, you're my teammate, but I'm not going to make it easy for you, Vipers Ken. I'm not going to give that position up too easy. And for now, Vipers stays behind Jay Wills. Jay Lawler though, going to have DRS, a good stint on the medium. Jay Lawler is already up from he's up 12 from 18th to 6th, and he might fancy not 1 but 2 Reynolds here as Jay Wills pits actually. Vipers goes up to 4th, and that'll put Jay Lawler into 5th. Jay Wills fancying a pit stop now, as is Hobbsy and as is Brewer, your race leader. Hards for Hobbsy, hards for Brewer. Will it be hard for Jay Wills? It will, so hards for Brewer, Hobbsy and Brewer, Hobbsy and Jay Wills. That puts for now Jay Lawler into the top 3 on the mediums. Vipers, Stephen and Whitey yet to pit as well. And it's fresh hards. I mean, look at that, it's hards they only are on, isn't it? The majority of the grid, at least half of the grid, have them white hards on. Fresh hards, likes of Brewer, Hobbsy, Wills and Cam. Smithy also on the fresh hards. Can Jay Lawler have a look on Vipers Ken? 11 lap old mediums, 11 lap old soft. Jay Lawler gets a little bit closer, he should top 2 in the standings. Vipers Ken 1 point clear of Jay Lawler coming into tonight's race, and these two are battling yet again, your favourites for the championship. Can Vipers Ken, the Dutchman, in his own Grand Prix, pull away from Jay Lawler and get back-to-back race wins, or can Jay Lawler take his claim as his hunt for 3 championships in a row goes on? There's a Ferrari going off the back. Is that Mazzles or AFL? It's Mazzles who's lost it completely. Not good for Mr. Mazzle, only pitted for hards not too long ago, didn't he, as well? But he's lost out there. But can Jay Lawler have a look on his championship rival Vipers Ken? No, he can't, because Vipers out. Whitey going to the pits, and Jay Lawler goes in the lead for now on them 12 lap old mediums. Pit stops for Whitey and Vipers. Stevens not pitting on them soft yet either. And Alfie, to be fair, starting the back, he's going back into the top 3, Alfie now. He's starting to rectify the race a little bit. What's Whitey and Vipers got on to? And it's hard for Vipers and Alfie as well. So Vipers and Whitey, and them hard now for practically all the drivers. You feel soon enough that Stephen and Lewis are into the pits next. Jay Lawler, Alfie, Brewer, Brewer and Ben not in the pits yet. The mediums will not last forever, and they'll be due a pit stop within the coming laps. Jay Lawler's got free track now. It's just a case of trying to gain some ground and just pull away from the rest of the pack. Give yourself an opportunity if when he does pit to come out in the mix. A yellow flag actually is a Ferrari again of Mazzles into the pits again. Not looking good for Mazzles on his first night in the permanent seat. So Jay Lawler 4.8 seconds clear of Stephen, who's due a pit stop. Hobbsy the highest time runner, looking good obviously, to be fair. He's not far behind, like said Bex Pro and Lewis Wyatt as well. You might have a look on Bex Pro where you know Hobbsy. Not there. But Brewer, to be fair, Brewer's thinking, you know, I've had 2 podiums in 3 on another podium. I want to prove I'm not the same for them, but I want to fight for this Drivers' Championship. Brewer's only 12 points behind. Perhaps going into tonight's race. And he's looking good again, isn't he? That's for sure. Oh, and Brewer saying looking good nearly. Is the damage? He's not, but it could have ended in tears for Brewer there. Lewis Wyatt and Stephen into the pits. That'll move Hobbsy and Brewer up. Stephen on the hard. Will Stephen go? Will Lewis go to the hard as well? Yes, he will. So pretty much hards now for everyone. Not a soft tyre in sight. Jay Lawler, to be fair, has done 30 laps on the mediums. He won't be due a pit stop yet, but he'll probably start feeling it pretty soon, Jay Lawler. And he'll be a pit stop himself. Maybe. I don't know what Jake will go for here. We will see how far, depending on how far he can take the mediums, doesn't it? But He's already done 13 laps. Obviously, I want to get past Beckstro as soon as he can and start putting pressure on Jake, knowing that Jake's going to have to pit as he's Alfie, as he's Beckstro again. So obviously, no one in a good position as he's Brewer. Free falls up to 6, but he's on 30 laps on the hards. And he's not got Ryan Mills too far behind him either. But obviously, in Brewer at the moment, on them pressure is looking the two favourites, you'd say, to bring home the points. There's a penalty for Jay Law. Is that 8 seconds for Jake? It is. Yes, it is. Oh dear. Oh dear. He has to hit the fastest lap on the mediums, so he's doing something right, isn't he? Why gets the penalty's starting to creep in a little bit now. Not as many as Singapore or anything, but they're starting to creep in. Hobbsy having a look on Bex, but can't get the job done just yet. The problem for Hobbsy, well, he's Brewer lost out a little bit. I think he has lost a bit, Brewer, hasn't he? Can Hobbsy get the job done on the medium runner of Bex Pro? We will see. We will see. Let's have a look. Lap 15, Hobbsy at the moment started on pole. So he started second, didn't he? Alfie started on pole, Hobbsy was second. Looking pretty good in the highest star run at the moment. Fresh hards. Bex Pro struggling a little bit, isn't he? And Hobbsy, you'll feel they want to get that job done soon and put himself back into that top 3. And within, decent range of Alfie and JQ off the pit again. Is Bex Pro starting to feel the mediums a little bit? Maybe so. I'm not 100% sure on the strategy, Zambuk. You don't see it very often in the calendar, do you, anymore? It's a pretty quiet race on that front. Obviously, I want to get past Bex Pro quick because Brewer's not too far behind. Actually, Brewer's lost that a little bit, hasn't he, Brewer? From Hobbsy. Hobbsy on the straight, I want to get past the Red Bull and give himself a bit of breathing space from Brewer. Give himself a car's gap, should I say, from Brewer. Yeah, I think Hobbsy will get the job done. There's a penalty for Mazel speeding the pit lane. That happened to that Mazel's it. Bless him. Hobbsy gets past Bex Pro and gets the job done. Mazel's retired. To be fair to him, he's in the pits. Good respect for Mazel's, but unfortunately, no points. Not the night that Mazel's wanted. He's the first DNF of the session in the pits. So to be fair to him, it's just unfortunate, really, that not his night. But he'll go again next week, won't he? Look at the gap here. Freefall's got a bit of a train going on. The Vibers Ken needs to make moves. He's got past Ryan Mills, I think. He needs to get past Whitey now as well. But does Vipers Ken let Ryan Mills pass then? It seems like he stepped off. I might be fit, but it definitely looked like he did. I'm not so sure. Look at this gap here. Sammy looking to get past Lewis and Stephen. Why is Mazel's car come back out the pit? It's not his fault, but it's weird, isn't it? It's so strange. But anyway, lucky Mazel's not United, pal, but fair play for doing it in the pits, and hopefully we'll see you next week for 100% Bahrain shot. That'll be fun, won't it? The first ever 100% racing Edge racing Bahrain shot next week. That'll be fun. Hope we get Louis on commentary for that with me. But a long way to go. We're approaching the halfway point in this Grand Prix. How's Jello's mediums looking? Looking a little bit ropey, aren't they? But he's okay for now. He's 5.8 seconds clear of Alfie, who's also on the world mediums. Does he move there? Yeah, Whitey on free fall. White on them on much fresher rise. Look at them shine on Whitey's tyres compared to free falls. That's 3 lap all hards versus 60 lap all hards for you. And Vibes Ken always fancy his chance as well to get past the Flying Scots. But he's done a good stint, to be fair, free fall. He's put himself in a decent position here tonight. 4 points. Mercedes second bottom in the championship so far. Once again, both McLaren drivers not in the points. So it's like McLaren may go 4 races in a row without a single point. Hopefully Lewis, Wyatt and Smithy can change that, but we will see. Long way to go in this race, of course. Safety cars, etc. can make big differences. We will see. Any gaps towards the back? Bex Pro losing out to Brew, but want to get it back, won't we? Bex Pro. He's not in a bad position, Bex Pro. He's got a 5-second penalty spread on the end of the race, though, due to an incident in a previous race. So that could knock him down a peg or two. Hopefully not for Ben, but we will see. And a bit of a train for Whitey. 3-12 Vipers and Mills not too far behind. Vipers needs to get past these people now. Vipers Ken's quite far behind Hobbsy and Brewer. Phil Lowell's in the pits. There you go. There's his penalty getting done in the pits, which will slow him down a little bit. And where's he going to put his softs for Jake? Now, that'll just be 18 laps. It's doable on the softs, 18 laps. But I tell you what, they would probably be minced. So maybe he's not going to be. I thought he might have gone mediums, Jay Lawler. Oh, sorry, he's done mediums. He's done mediums, hasn't he? Ignore that. Yeah, softs. You see McLaren Rose letting him pass. He's not going to set a good pace, Jay Lawler. That's probably in the bag. The only soft runner, but 80 laps on the softs will be a mega push and probably will risk a puncture. So we'll keep an eye on that one as we go along, but he's going to make ground up now, Jay Lawler, anyway. He's against a 17-lap holder free fall here. Easily going to make the move here, Jay Lawler. Yeah, easy, look at that. I mean, he's going to set some pace. But 80 laps on them is a mega push, and that'll be one to keep an eye on, for sure. And he's no doubt over the next few laps he'll probably get past a lot of these drivers and get towards the top, but them softs will be minced, especially if he's pushing as well. So it's how, I mean, there's no doubt. Look, this guy's won back-to-back championships. He knows what he's doing, and I'm not one to tell him how to drive, but he's against his rival here, and Vipers on the yards isn't going to stand a chance, is he? The next lap's going to suit Jay. Oh, Vipers might get it back actually. J-Lo might not get it here. Oh, they wheel the top two into turn one, and J-Lo gets job done for now. Listen, for the next few laps, J-Lo will set great pace. There's no doubt about it. He will set great pace. He'll get past Whitey. He'll probably may even get past Brewer. But 18 laps on the softs is going to be a massive, massive push. Stevens left a second off to back very quickly. So I'll have to see. He's not like he's going to do soft because he'd lose too much time. But we will see. He looks down Whitey. On the soft, you bet on Jay Lawler to get the job done, wouldn't you? Why, he's not going to make it easy though, Whitey, easy. And the more he yells off Jay Lawler, that'll frustrate him. He needs to get moves done on these softs. He does not want to stop behind cars. He needs to get moves done and get closer to Brewer. And obviously, DRS for Jay Lawler, he'd expect him on the softs to get the move done. But Whitey's got the inside line, you know. But Jay Lawler gets it done for now. We can start freeing in now. It's Jay Lawler's job to hunt down Brewer and Obsy. Greg puts in the chat, go on Jakey boy, can he fly on them softs? You better believe it. Stevens, AI driver, I've invited him back, but it's going to make him lose so much ground, bless him. Not good for Mr. Steven. A podium last week in Singapore, and probably nothing tonight if you don't get back in this session very quickly. Any gaps here, free fall to be fair, not pitted, that's 19 laps on the hards on free fall. Going to be a hard soft for him, isn't he? And he's still in a pretty good position to be fair, but he needs to get past Ryan Mills, who's also done 17 laps, so big laps on the softs. Sorry, on the hards. It's signed Steven out of PSN, that's a massive shame. A massive shame. I mean, I like him back, but nothing I can really do. I mean, J-Law, listen, let's talk facts here. He's going to set great pace, he's going to close the gap and probably overtake Brewer and maybe even Obsy as well. But, there's a yellow flag actually, it's a Mercedes. Is it free fall? It's free fall! It's not happening for the man the man who's making his Edge racing debut this season. Just can't seem to do much and not get points. And once again, it's free fall going to end with no points. It's just not the rub of the green. We know this guy can set pace, we know the qualities he's got. But he's just not getting... Has Lewis White got off as well? He has. So Lewis White and free fall. Stephen, let me invite you back very quickly, mate. But Lewis White and free fall both lose it. We know the pace free fall can set. I thought he'd be up there, CD. He may well be yet, but it's not been the Scotsman's opportunity, has it? And once again, he's going to find himself outside the points free fall here. Mercedes second bottom in the championship. They're not going to gain ground unless free fall can produce a madness now as he pits. Look at that, J Lawler sneaking down the rear end. The hards runner of Brewer. J Lawler on them soft. Them softs are still fresh to daisy, aren't they? They want to get past Brewer quickly and start to close the gap on your leader, Hobbsy. It's going well for Hobbsy at the moment, as it stands, looking to make it his first race winners. He's looking to make it 4 race winners in 4. Brewer in Brazil, J Lawler in Austria, J Lawler in Austria, Vipers in Singapore, will it be Hobbsy in Zandvoort? It's a yellow flag. So Williams of Ryan Mills, is it? Oh, it's J Lawler! Oh no! Oh no! Wait, what? Has he got damage? He's not got damage, but he's all the way back into 8th and his tyres are freezing, he can't keep them. And that could be J Lawler's race dead and buried. I don't know, I can't believe I missed it. Was the contact? Or has he just lost it? He's no damage for J Lawler, but his tyres, you can see, are absolutely freezing. And he just pitted for softs to gain ground. He was right behind Brewer last time we looked, and now he's all the way back down to 9th. And potentially race over, and that is music to the ears of Obsy and Brewer. It's not going to be a pit stop, but he's right back down towards the bottom, J-Lo. What happened? He was 3rd, he's now on 6th, he lost out to Vipers, Whitey, Alfie, Mills and J Bowles. He's back down to 8th, sorry, because Ben's... Wait, was he? I thought he was behind Ben, was he not? He's down to 8th, J Lawler. I can't believe I missed it, was it contact? I'm not sure, I'm sure we'll find out later. But regardless, it is definitely a bit of a dint towards Jake Lawler. He's a point behind Vipers going into tonight. Vipers is above him now in the podium position. A bit of a dint now for Jake Lawler. It's not his night, is it? That's for sure. He's come off again with no contact. And he's just getting tucked away from Jay Lawler, who's now probably going to lose out to Bex Pro. And no contact again. He's only done 3 laps on the softs. But they already look minced. And there's absolutely no doubt he's going to have to pit again. So the man who's won back-to-back championships in Edge Racing, he's a point behind Vipers, Kenny the Standings going into tonight, may not even get a point in Zandvoort because it's going away from him. And Hobbsy looking to make it 4 different race winners in the opening 4 races. Brewer might have something to say about that, maybe Vipers Ken might as well. But I mean, I never rule J Lawler out because he can produce something out of the bag, but it's certainly going away from him. And then softs look minced. And he is pitting. Oh my. Into the pits. And he's going to drop so far behind. I mean, there's no doubt he can make it up. But Jay Lawler, with 30 laps to go, is currently back outside the points. It's mediums for him. He's going to come out comfortably in 11th, isn't he? Because Cam's too far behind. He's not far behind the points. But for now, at least, Jay Lawler outside the points, pitted for mediums to the end. And he's down 11. He's got a job to, Jay Lawler. Now, them soft tyres just did not work. Drama upon drama. Is this the year where Jay Lawler's crown goes to somebody else? I don't want to say it's too early, but you never know, do you? Hobbsy, Vipers, Ken and Brewer in the top 3, and they know that it could be their year. Free fall, the race gets fastest lap at 1:15.5, but he's down in 15th free fall. Here's Favi. Oh, Favi nearly lost it. Oh, dear me. White getting close to Vipers Ken as well. Well, after back-to-back championship, the man who's, to be fair, has made Edge Racing only, he's dominated Edge Racing for 2 seasons, Jay Lawler. Could this be the season where it just doesn't go to plan? I mean, he's won season 1 and season 2 pretty comfortably, but the form of Vipers, the form of Brewer, if Hobbsy can hit some form as well, you just wonder, could Jay Lawler lose his title? And even if he doesn't lose it, it's going to be a lot closer, isn't it? You've seen the form of Brewer, Vipers as well. Jay Lawler's down in 11th, and it's not really, yes, he won Austria, but it's not been as free-flowing as he'd hoped, Jake Lawler. And maybe, just maybe, we could see a new man taking the crown. Could it be this man Vipers getting his own Grand Prix tonight? One last week in Singapore. He'll be open to catch someone up in front of his racing point off. Is that Sniper Boy? It is, and it's not really, it's not either, is it? Bless him. I mean, I'm shocked. I wonder what happened with Jake because I didn't see it, unfortunately. And look at this, Vipers Ken, look at that, Vipers Ken, Whitey and Alfie. Stephen, I've tried inviting you back twice, mate. I don't know why you've not been able to get back in, pal. Massive shame for you, though. Can Alfie have look on White as a yellow flag to safety car? He's Sniper Boy! Wait, what? Where is he? Where's he retired? Got on board with, he's on the track. And he's just lost it, hasn't he? He's lost it completely. And could that bring Jay Lawler back into it all of a sudden? Because, oh, Favi's got a drive-through. Oh, Favi dog. Oh no. And Jay Lawler's got fresh tyres in. This is going to put him right back into the mix. Oh, he's pitting. He could have gained it, but he's going to put softs on. And this race is back on again. You better believe it. Sniper Boy joins, Mazzle's out of the race. It's a second safety car, and here's Jay Lawler all of a sudden. Back in with a sniff. It's fresh off to the end. He's going to have to. He's slowed down. His pit team weren't ready. It's cost him a little bit of time. Where's he going to come out? He's going to come out in 10th. The problem for him is Mills, Wills, Beck, Pro, and Fabio. I mean, Fabi's got a drive through all in front of him on softs. What will Hobbsy Vipers? What will Hobbsy Brewer Vipers and Whitey in the top 4? But they're all on tards that have done at least 11 laps, and soft runners will get pace. And there's a lot of soft runners because everyone from Mills in 6th down to Cam in 13th are all got new softs on. So I got it wrong, free fall as he's got old softs and Stephen's got hards, but you can see what I'm trying to say. The majority now, outside the top 5, have got them shiny new red softs onto the end. So the top 4 could be in a bit of bother. Hobbsy's pitting. Could that be the cruelest way to take Hobbsy's race win off him? We seen last week in Singapore, Hobbsy he started on pole, got nothing. The safety car restart was not for him. I mean, in fairness, to be fair, actually looking at it, they've got a big gap, and they all should be able to pit on softs. Yeah, they are. They're all going to be able to put on softs and probably stay out ahead of the rest. Look at that. It's a pretty much a fresh softs all around, isn't it? I didn't realise how big the gap was. Hobbsy out in the lead, but look at that. Everyone. Oh, why is Whitey got mediums? It was a fresh shock. Apart from Whitey, he's gone for mediums. And Ryan Mills has only stuck in front of Alfie as well. Mills into the top 5, Alfie down to 6. Look at that though now. The exciting thing is, your top 11, 10 of them on fresh softs. We've got a race in this last 10 laps. You better believe it. And could Freefall, after a bit of an incident himself, get back into the race. The gaps are massive at the moment, aren't they, to be fair? Hopefully everyone can get back into it. Sandboy and Mazzle's out of the race. Lewis Wyatt and Sandboy right towards the back, but even they get points now. I mean, Stephen, he's in AI and he's not going to pit. We've got a feel for Stephen, his race is over. But it's fresh off Lauren and J Law. A bit of a lucky draw for him. Is he back into the race? We will see. You've got to feel for Hobbs, like he was 3 seconds clear. Yes, he's got fresh softs on, but everyone behind him is going to want to put pressure on him. It could make a very interesting last 10 laps. And everyone from AFL, who's got 3 P8s in a row before tonight, AFL, can he sneak into the point share? He's also got a bit of penalties. I mean, the sad thing for Favi is that it could be very harsh, but I can't do anything about it. And that driver is probably going to end Favi's race, which is a massive thing because he's in the points. A massive shame. Whitey, Wills, Jay Lawler, Cam Orr, 3 seconds, Lewis White in 6 seconds as well. And we've got a race in our hands, aren't we? We've got a race in our hands. And it looks like we're probably doing laps. I mean, it's Smithy that's the 5, but I'm going to do another lap, and it means that everyone, no one's been lapped yet either. So everyone, even Smithy at the back on the fresh softs, he's still in a shout of points. This is going to be great, and I can't wait. The 2 new boys, Sandboy and Mazzles, both DNFs, not their opening night Hedge racing that they wanted. They're both out, but the rest of them are all going to sniff of some points. This is fun. I can't wait. Other than Stephen, of course, who's an AI driver, which is, if you wonder why he's on it, old lot hard he is. He's an AI driver, unfortunately for Stephen, he's going to get nothing tonight, which is, he gets a Singapore, he gets a DNF, oh my god, a podium in Singapore, and unfortunately he get nothing tonight, is he, which is a massive shame, so he'll Stephen out completely. Could Cam even find a way up the grid into the points? We will see. Hobbsy leads for the second safety car restart in a row, and if he did anything like he did earlier, it's not going to be a quick one, which could cause chaos on the run down to turn 1. Not the biggest run down in the world either. But if Hobbsy does what he did on the first restart, well, we've seen it before in other seasons of Edge Racing. Well, Hobbsy, let's look at something here. Hobbsy, back-to-back runners up in Edge Racing. He lost out to Jay Lawler in both seasons. He's not won a race this season yet. Started on pole last week and got nothing. Can he kick off his season tonight and get a race win and get himself right back into that mix? We will see. And how good would it be as well? I mentioned it about 10 times. But to have 4 different race winners in 4 nights, it would be incredible. Sorry, in 4 different races. It'd be incredible. Superb. But we will see. We will see. Right. And it's another really slow restart for Hobbsy, you'd imagine. He's backing off already. Oh, this could get very, very interesting. Could it work? We'll see. It's a risky tactic. Let's get on board with Whitey in 4th. Oh, we'll get Vipers actually. As you can see, Hobbsy's in absolutely no rush to get us going at all, is he? Everyone, practically everyone on these fresh softs. Oh, I'm nervous for him. Hobbsy's the slowest restart, a very controversial restart that you'll ever see. It's so slow, isn't it? It's controversial as anything. But he's gone now, and here we go. What will these last 9 laps bring? It's going to bring incredible drama, you feel. Oh, it's going to be great. This is going to be great. There's Jay Lawler. He's already passed AFL. Jay Lawler into turn 1. And he stays there. I mean, he may have already been in front of AFL, I'm not too sure. The boys are on the softs, here they go, it's a Royal Rumble to the end now, he wants it the most. Everyone's on the fresh softs pretty much. It's a massive battle to the end, as Mills gets very close to White, look at that behind. Oh my god, I'm nervous. Oh my god, I'm nervous, because Jay Lawler will not want to stay behind. He will not want to sit behind this, like, he want to get to the front and put pressure on the boys at the front, but he's going to get past Beckthrow, Wills and Mills. He wants to get anywhere near the podium. This is great. You see what's going to go wrong for somebody, don't you? But I just hope. I don't know. This is Edge Racing. J-Lo. J-Lo going for a bit of a spinner Rooney there. So he's going to go wrong for somebody. It nearly went wrong for Mr. J. Lawler. Oh, wait. Jake, are you good? Is he lagging? What was that? Did anyone else see that? Look, he's going right into the wall. Oh. Whew. That smells got a pen, really? I didn't like a pen. Oh, J. Wills has come off! Why is Bex Pro pitting? He's not pitting. What is going on? And J. Wills has got damage. Oh dear. Is it the front right of J. Wills? It is. Oh, Millsy. Could that put him in a bit of mix, and could that affect Renault in the Drivers' Championship? If one of their players, teammate, oh my god, one of their drivers doesn't get points, could that invite the likes of Alpha and Williams back into the fight? Williams and Alpha both into the top 10. J Law's, if he has to pit, he's not going to look good for him. He's not giving J Law the room. Oh my god. 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 Be careful. Wait, that's another end plate. Is that J Law's again? Don't tell me that's J Lawler. Is that J Law's end plate? The right end plate? The Williams? It is. And J Lawler's lost his right end plate because of a collision with J Wills. And he's not going to be his night, you feel. With a right end plate, that is not what he wants to see. J Wills and J Law were not letting it pass. They both got damaged, but the man who's won the back-to-back championship with no end plate may not even score points now. Oh, he'll be fuming, Jake. I can imagine him. Poor lad. Swords, look at Obsy, by the way. He's 2 seconds clear. That slow restart's worth treating Obsy. He's on his way to his first race win of the season. Surely can't have 4 race winners in 4 different race winners in 4 races. Surely not. But it may do, you know. Brewer still wants to get past Hyper's Ken and still wants that P2. Oh, J Law's in trouble, isn't he? The right end plate off, and that's not going to be good for him. And you feel, if you're free fall in your AFL, you want to get closer, because if them boys knew that the two of the cars would have had damage, they could still be in the points. And AFL is but free fall. 2 lads in front of you have not got wings. An end plate, sorry. Wow. Drama upon drama. Edge racing Obsy. He's 1.8 clear of Hyper's Ken, who's not really shaped off Brewer. Alfie, White and them all mediums, already under pressure from the likes of Alfie, Mills and Bex Pro. Ryan Mills, to be fair, good result again at the moment. He did a good result in Singapore. Looking to deliver a good result again, isn't he? Alfie gets past White and them old mediums are not doing good at the moment. Alfie, he's dropping. Sorry, White, he's dropping. And Bex Pro will want to try and get past Ryan Mills. The battle's over, but Obsy, look at that. He's out of DRS with Obsy. And he's getting closer and closer to that first race winner of the season into the Racing Point. A bad night in Singapore, but this would make up for it tonight, wouldn't it, and put him right back in the mix. Here we go on the straight. Bex Pro not going to get Mills there, but he'll gain ground. Two of the, we've seen it before in Cone Race, haven't we? Ryan Mills and Bex Pro. They're at it again in Edge Racing. And they both want to get into that top 5. Penalties for Jay Smithy, I think that was. Here we go. This middle sector's so fun, but it's so hard to overtake on, isn't it? There's no room to overtake. That's what makes it good. Five laps to go. And Obsy, to be fair, he deserves the win, Obsy, doesn't he? But it might not happen yet. You never know, do you, on this? Obsy's been known, he won't like me saying it, but he's been known for bottling races before. He will not want to bottle this. Look at the cute. It's anyone's podium, though, isn't it? It's anyone's podium. Do not rule out the likes of Alfie, Whitey, Mills, and Bex for a podium. It is literally anyone's podium here. I know penalties may play a part, but in terms of the racing at the moment, do not rule them out. Do not rule them out. That's a little bit too big at the moment, aren't they? Obviously still 1.8 clear. The Vipers can. J Law losing ground. He shook off J Wills, but he's not really gaining on the cars. Oh, is he, to be fair? Maybe a little bit. He is still gaining, J Law. I mean, do not rule out J Law's pace. He's rapid as anything. But that end plate will cost him. It's this sector here that's going to cost him. The right-handers, etc. You know, it's not great, is it? And it's what can cost him a little bit. This sharp right-hander here is not going to help him even with no end plate. Yeah, but still flat out from J Law. He's not bad, is he? He's not bad at all. That's why he's won back-to-back championships. But you feel this year, if he's going to win it, it's going to be much tougher. Much tougher than previous seasons. And that's great to see. From my point of view, and especially for the people who are watching the stream as well, every week, that if he's going to win it this year, it's not going to be, the most comfortable win. And Brewer Vipers obviously might have something to say about that, and that's what's great. But I mean, the podium battle here is still massive. You know, do not rule out why Alfie and Brewer are teammates. They're second in the championship in terms of constructors' points. Oh, Brewer gets a pen. Was that damage as well? No, it wasn't. Is he going to let his teammate pass though? Is his team order going to come in here? We will see. Not here, you don't think, but maybe soon. Oh, he did let him pass. Like it, boys, like it. That's what you call a teamwork. They're not second in the championship for no reason, are they? Free fall into the points for now. Or is he not in the points? No, he's not. He's lost out to AFL again. He's gained on J Wills. Jello, not out of the running yet. He's only 5 attempts behind. Sorry, he's not. He's 2.1 behind Bex, but not 5 attempts. Sorry. That's the car in front. Ryan Mills. Obviously getting, he can almost taste that race. But look at Viper's Ken. All of a sudden, the gap was 1 point. It's now 1 point. Obviously made a mistake. The gap was 1 point. It's now 1.1. So, Aubrey's race win could still be in doubt. Do not rule out the Dutchman. He would love, and I mean love, to win his own Grand Prix. Viper's Ken. And what an opportunity to pull some ground on Jay Lawler as well. It'd be so cruel, obviously, but Viper's Ken all of a sudden is in DRS range. Hobley's race win looks in the bag. Could Viper's Ken take away from his old VFL manager, Obsy? Who for 30 laps has been pretty good. He's got a penalty as well. Oh no. And that could take Hobley's win away from him with just 3 laps to go. It's Hobley's race win in doubt. I hope it's not. But that penalty it's going to be. And that could also put Alfie in front of him. Maybe even put Brewer. Hobley at the moment, penalty and gaps, might not even end up on the podium. Can you believe that? You might look at Freefall and Jay Wills. Oh, bit of bumper cars there, boys. And Jay Wills for now is outside the points, but he's coming back. Jay Wills. Oh, Josh, steady on, my son. Steady on. You're not on bumper cars now, pal. Bit of a battle here, but to be fair, these boys are probably out of the points, unfortunately. But Jay Wills and Freefall battling for that last points place. Every point, man, it's an Edge racing, you better believe, especially for Renault, who are top of the standings. Let's get towards the front of Viper's Ken, who's now 6 tenths. He's going to get even closer, and you've got a feel for him, but it always seems to get taken away from him, doesn't it? And he's probably going to get taken away from him again. Oh, Hobbsy. Hobbsy is going to lose his race win after leading for 33 laps. Can you believe it? He's going to hit to DRS. And is this a race lead with 2 laps to go? He's Viper's Ken with 2 laps to go. Gonna take the race lead. He's not. He doesn't really need to though. Obviously got a pen. Just chill behind him, Mr. Viper's Ken. Just chill behind him. A Freefall and Jay Bull still out they are, but it's DRS for Freefall. And it's going to be a job done for Freefall, I think, this time. Oh, it's a braking late for Mr. Jay Wills. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, McLaren are going to get all the points, but the team spirit of Lewis White and Stevie is fantastic. They're still in the race, aren't they, the boys? Still in the race. Towards the front. I mean, we've got a battle on hands here. White, he's still looking down Brewer. Brewer's gone really wide, but he's got a penalty as well. Mills hasn't got penalties, by the way. The others have, so Mills could shoot up a little bit. A little bit, Ryan Mills. I mean, he could be the best Williams runner tonight. He could be helping Jay Lawler out, which is great. And Jay Lawler, to be fair to him, he's not lost. He's not really lost out, has he? He's done well to maintain that position with damage. Jay Wills, his points look to be going out of the bag, doesn't it? That wing damage. Losing ground to Freefall, but is his Viper's his moment? We will see on to the last lap, and Viper's Ken with DRS on Emrys Hobbsy. You don't need to get past him. Obviously his pen may get submitted, who knows, but you got to feel for Hobbsy. It's so cruel. So cruel. And look at these two. Alpha and Brewer, what solid points for Alpha. That's going to be Ryan Mills with no pens though. Could jump up, I think, to 4th, which would be superb for Mills. Where did Millsy start? He started in... Oh no, Bex Pro. Oh my god. Bex Pro! No! Bex Pro on the last lap! I don't believe it. Wow. I don't know what's happened, but heartbreak for Red Bull. And Bex Pro's going to get absolutely nothing. And that puts Shables back into the points anyway, doesn't it? But oh, Bex Pro, what's happened? What has happened? Here we go in the last couple of corners. And it looks like Viper's Ken, the Dutchman's going to win his own Grand Prix. He won in Singapore. He's going to win in Holland as well. And Viper's Ken, the man from Holland, is going to win Holland. They say what, the fans will love that, won't they? With them orange shirts on, the fans will love that. There's only one Dutchman in this grid, and he's going to win it. The Dutch Grand Prix belongs to the Flying Dutchman. Viper's Ken wins. It's so cruel on Hobbsy, who with penalties could drop behind Alfie. Well, he does drop behind Alfie. He stays 3rd. Brewer 4th. White, well, Mills go to 4th. Mills will go to 4th. Brewer 5th. White 5th. J Law, to be fair, 7th's not bad. AFL is for AFL for the 4th race running has come 8th. 4 races in a row and AFL's come 8th. What are the odds? Freefall does get points. He gets 9th. J Law gets 10th. Lewis White gets so close to points but comes 12th. And there you have it, but Viper's Ken, the Flying Dutchman, won in Singapore. He's won again, back-to-back wins for Viper's Ken. Gotta feel. Gotta feel for Hobbsy, who doesn't come third. He actually doesn't come second. He comes third. Alfie, to be fair, lost it on at the start, but brings on a P2. But Vipers came back-to-back wins, and I tell you what, the Dutchman wins the Dutch Grand Prix and extends his lead above Jay Lawler and Brewer at the top of the championship. It's a Renault stay again in Edge racing. It's back-to-back wins, and the Dutchman wins the Dutch Grand Prix. Well done, Vipers Ken. He's making moves this year, isn't he? He's making moves. He's making moves, Vipers Ken. Doing very, very well for himself. And it's back-to-back wins for the Flying Dutchman. He was joining the outfit and by Hobbs. He got a feel for Hobbs. He gets fastest lap today, Hobbsy. And pole points. Not a bad night, but I think he'll be upset because he led for so long that penalty's cost him. If he submits the penalty, depending on when it was and he gets stuck off him, he'll actually win the race. That's how close it was, so we will see. Mills, 7th to 4th, good result for Ryan Mills. Superb again, no penalties, gets him that done. Driver today probably, I mean, it's close. Vipers Ken 6th to 1st, to be fair, probably takes it. But good results in the end for Jay Lawler, who did well, very well in circumstances. Whitey and AFL stand outside the points, they get points. Freefall gets points. And Jay Mills does sneak a little point in the end. You got to feel for Lewis Wyatt, who did come close. DNF right at the end for Bex Pro. What happened there? But a fantastic race. Unfortunately, I can't do the racing interview tonight because I've got something else on. So apologies to Vipers, apologies to Alfie and to Hobbsy. I'd love to have interviewed you, especially Vipers Ken winning his own Grand Prix. I would love to have interviewed him, but unfortunately, I can't do that tonight. So I've got to do some practicing for another league. I do apologise for that. There's nothing much I can do, but guys, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Superb race, and we'll see you for Bahrain Short at 100% next week. Next week, should I say? Race 5. See you then. Good night. Congratulations, Vipers Ken.